One candidate that many may not know much about is still in the race, and tonight his supporters were gearing up for the final push to Super Tuesday. News Channel 5's Casey Nolan joins us from the newsroom with this profile. Casey?
Deanne, he wants the U.S. out of Iraq, and as a congressman, he voted against the war and against the Patriot Act. So it might surprise some to see Ron Paul on the Republican ticket. If you can just call a few people, those are a few extra people that might be turned into Ron Paul voters. If Ron Paul is a long shot for the White House, his supporters don't seem to know it.
The support is still there, and we hold on to that vision of our founding fathers, which is what Ron Paul has defended in Congress.
They gathered in Edwardsville Wednesday night to discuss strategy heading into Super Tuesday and to talk about what drives them to stand behind the doctor and congressman from Texas.
That he represents ideas. It's not just Ron Paul, but it's his ideas. It's the founding fathers. It's the vision of freedom, of low taxes, and of staying out of foreign wars.
Ron Paul's campaign points out he's been against the war in Iraq from the beginning and is the only Republican candidate who would pull U.S. troops out of Iraq immediately.
All I think about is the tragedy of Vietnam, losing 60,000 men, and I just don't want to see that happen again.
Paul supports a policy of non-intervention overseas and was criticized for suggesting the attackers of 9/11 could have been inspired by America's foreign policy. His campaign boasts that while in Congress, Paul has never voted to raise taxes, never voted for an unbalanced budget, and never taken a government-paid junket.
There's a lot of people very annoyed and very upset with what's happening in this country. I don't think the other candidates sense it at all. I don't think they've been out talking to the people.
And from the people is where most of his campaign money is coming, raising more than $6 million in a single day from online donations. And no money, his campaign says, comes from lobbyists.
I'm thankful that I can be part of the revolution in a good sense of the word.
Two other things of note about Congressman Paul. He says he does not participate in the congressional pension program, which he calls lucrative, and he returns a portion of his annual congressional office budget to the U.S. Treasury.